All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Samuel, and today we'll be doing our chase game. And by starting, you want to sign into an account. And if you don't have an account, you should start by joining Scratch. You could create a username of your choice. Mine would be Sam with my name. And a password of your choice. Make sure it is strong so no one can steal it. But as you see, I already have an account. But just for this sake of the video, we will create one. And then you start next. And then you should be able to sign into your account. All right, we'll start by pressing create. And here we are starting off with this cat, which will not be part of our game. Or if you want it to be, you can. Maybe next class, if you guys come, we'll have ideas on whether or not what characters you want or what do you want to chase or the background. But for the sake of this video, we'll start with the easy tutorial and what they gave us. So first, we'll start by choosing our backdrop. And I'm going to choose the galaxy backdrop. And then next, we'll select our character. And we will select the robot character. And to make our robot move left and right, we first have to go to events. And you see in the second one, when space key is pressed, this is the one we'll be selecting. You then have to go to motion to give it the movement to move. And this is where we'll go to change X by 10 to make it move left and right. When you're finished with this part of this, you then press space and then you go to right arrow. And if you remember from your math class, in the graph, there's a negative and a positive. Positive meaning it's going right and negative is meaning left. So if you want to move right, we then have to set it to a positive number. So then for this, we'll leave it on positive 10. And then you see, we get our movement to the right of our robot. And then same instance for our left, we do the same. When space key is pressed, we add it. And in motion, we add change X by 10. But if you see, we can't move left. Oh, hold on. Let me clear it. Left arrow. You see, we can't move left. We keep on moving right. And that's because we didn't change the 10 to a negative. So always make sure you check before you start pressing. Now you see, we can move to the left. All right, the next thing we'll be doing today is up and down. We'll be taking it very slow and we'll get more advanced over the next couple of days. So next, use the same thing when space key is pressed down below. This time we're gonna go up and then back to motion. And then this time, instead of doing X, because we don't want to go side to side, we're gonna go up to down. So now we'll go change Y by 10. And just like I said before, in a graph, there's a positive and a negative. So we want to go up, we need to go positive. So we'll leave it at change by 10. And now you see we can go up. And then for instance, the down, we do the same thing like we've always been doing. Now we go when down arrow key is pressed. Back to motion, change Y by 10. And if you learned from our left, we can't go down if it's positive, we keep going up. So we change Y by 10 to change Y by negative 10. And now we can go down. All right. And now we want to add our little chase or another sprite. And for this additional sprite, we'll be using the star. And as you can see, we can switch back and forth between which one we want to control. So a robot for star, a robot for our previous actions, and star for our new actions. All right, now we'll start by, we first go to events. And you see the first one when green is clicked, this is the one we'll be using. So we don't always have to press on it. So now you see, we go to control, and this is where we see forever. So it's a forever thing, it won't stop. We add forever to our code, and then we go to motion, where we go to random position. And this random position makes it so it'd be harder for us to not to make it harder for us to catch our object. And then, oh, my bad. I did the wrong one. I meant to put glide 1 second to random position. And if we press like this, we see our star starts to move fast and faster. But if we were to do 10 seconds, we see how slow it moves. So depending on how fast you want it, 1 being slow and 10 being 1 being fast and 10 being slow, you can change it to whatever you want. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna go 1 second. There we go. As you see, we started to move our robot to the star. But today we won't be adding like levels, sounds, and scores and like resetting everything. That'll be for the other days. So now, all right, as a recap of what we've done, we first go to our event section, and we go to when space key is pressed. This is what we'll be using. This is what we'll be using for all of our left to right and up to down motions. Let's keep doing that. And then we go for your designated direction, we're going to go right. And when we go to the motion section, and we go to, what the heck? Stage selected, no motion blocks. That's weird.
I wonder if is that because you have
the character.
There? Oh, okay. All right.
I'm sorry, guys. I forgot that the character. So now we reset and we go to events. And now we go to when space keys pressed. Now we go to our motion and we go to X since we want to go left to right. And then you change it to your designated direction. We're going to go right. And now we can move right. And this is what you'll be doing for all your directions. So it's not that hard. We just go back to when space key is pressed, change it to left now. And now we go to change X by 10. And now not even gonna go left, we wanna go this way. So it's gonna be negative now. So it's gonna be change X by negative 10. Remember, right is always positive, left is always negative. And now you can see we can move left. And then now we want to go up and down. It's the same thing, but we'll be using the change X by Y. And this one will leave the same because up equals positive, down equals negative. And now you can see we can go up now. And now for our down direction, do the same we've always been doing. Motion, change Y by negative 10. And now we have all our directions in place. And now we want to add our object so we can chase it. We'll be adding a star. And as you see, sorry for that. And then as you can see, we can have our different directions for both of our objects. And for this directions, we go into events, and then we go to when the green flag is clicked, we'll be going to forever to make it a never ending thing. And then we go back to motion. We go to glide for 1 second to random position. And then we're gonna click the green flag and boom, you have it. So that's what we'll be doing. That's what we would have been doing for this section. And then if you guys come another day, we can have our more advanced, more characters, or even more things to chase. And yeah, that's basically it for this session.